Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the last lecture, we were discussing about the laws of rational exponents. Okay, we solved some questions based on the laws of rational exponents. Okay, now students, in this lecture, first of all, I'll be taking more questions on the laws of rational exponents of a real number. Okay, then I'll be discussing miscellaneous questions. Okay, the miscellaneous questions which will be based on the each section of the number system. So without wasting time, let us start the solving more questions in which I will be using the laws of rational exponents of a real number. Okay, so suppose let us start with the first question of today's class. Question can be in this form, simplify. Okay, only it will be written in the question that you have to simplify. So let us start. See, suppose we have to simplify. Okay, and in the simplification I am taking the first part. See, suppose you have to simplify this expression. It's your 4th root of 16, okay, minus 6 times it's cube root of 343, cube root of 343 plus 18 times, see this dot shows that it's a multiplication sign here. Okay, I have told before only. See, it's 243 and it's the 5th root of 243. Okay, 5th root of 243, and in the final step it's a square root of 196. See here, because nothing is written. Okay, so that means I'll be assuming it as a square root. Okay, I have told you, if nothing is written in the at the place of n, where nth root. Okay, so we will assume it as a square root. Okay, so students, let me solve this. It's a very simple one. See, can I write this 16, this 4th root of 16 as 16 raised to the power 1 upon 4? Okay, no problem. See, 343 can be written as cube root of 343 can be written as this. Okay, similarly 18 times it's going to be 5th root of 243. So in this way I can write, okay, 1 upon 5, and 196 whole raised to the power 1 by 2, because it's a square root. Clear? Now students, as I told you, for simplifying this kind of expressions, okay, I'll be using the laws of exponent. Okay, see, 16 can be written as 2 raised to the power 4. Okay, we already used this number of times now. Okay, 343 is actually cube of 7. Okay, you can verify by factorizing 343, you will get 7 cube. Okay, see, it's 18, and if you factorize 243, you will find it's 3 raised to the power 5. Okay, though I suggested you to remember the exponents of 3 up to 6. Okay, similarly of 2 up to 10, that will be better, because your calculation speed will be increased. Okay, you don't need to factorize the given number. So see, if I check 196, okay, 196 is the square of 14. Okay, so let me write it directly, 14 square. Okay, you can find this, though in your 9th standard I would suggest that each student should remember the square roots up to 30. Okay, but initially you can use this, but I would suggest you to write squares of 30, squares up to 30, and that means first 30 natural numbers. Okay, squares of first 30 natural numbers, and try to remember that. Okay, see, if I solve this, what I will be getting? See, this 4 and 4, 1 by 4 will be cancelled out. Okay, let me write the step. See, it's 4 gets cancelled out. Okay, 6 times 3 times 1 upon 3. Okay, they are gonna cancel out. Similarly, 18 into 3 raised to the power 5 times 1 upon 5, they are gonna cancel out. And similarly, it's 2 1 by 2, they are gonna cancel out. So what will be remaining? It's 2 raised to the power 1 or 2 only. Okay, it's minus 6 into 7. Okay, so can I write directly 42? Okay, because 7 raised to the power 1 when multiplied with 6, it will be 42 only. Okay, similarly 18 into 3, it's going to be what? 54 and minus 14. Now you have to simplify this. Okay, see, let me add these two. 54 plus 2, it's going to be 56. Positive positive. Okay, and minus 42 and minus 14, if I add these two, so what I'll be getting? I'll be getting minus 56. Okay, so plus 56 minus 56 are gonna cancel out, and in the answer I'll be getting the 0. Okay, so 0 is going to be the answer of this particular question. I hope समझ में आया होगा. Okay, इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं based on laws of exponent. Let me take one more question. Okay, see, अगर इस तरीके का क्वेश्चन आए तो कैसे करेंगे हम? Suppose you have to simplify this. 9 raised to the power 1 by 2. Okay, times 27, ये multiply है. Okay, multiply 27 raised to the power, it's minus 1 by 2. Okay, 27 raised to the power minus 1 by 2, and in the denominator it's 3 raised to the power 1 by 6. Okay, 3 raised to the power 1 by 6 into 3 raised to the power minus 2 by 3. 3 raised to the power minus 2 by 3, and you have to simplify this. See students, for this kind of questions, what you have to do? You have to first make the base of each exponent. Okay, make the base of each exponent okay same. Okay, for example, 9 can be written as 3 square, 27 can be written as 3 cube. So here you can observe that 9 and 27 can be changed into the base of 3. Okay, you try to make the base as prime number, okay, which cannot be further factorized. Okay, so that after getting the same base, you can apply the laws of exponents and you can further simplify that. For example, if I start with 9, okay, 9 can be written as 3 square. Is there any problem? Okay, 9 can be written as 3 square, and in the whole it's power 1 by 2. Okay, similarly 27 can be written as 3 to the power 3, and in the whole exponent it's minus 1 by 2. Similarly in the denominator it's 3 raised to the power 1 by 6, and then 3 raised to the power minus 2 by 3. Okay, see, let me write the next step here. See, this 2 and 1 by 2 gets cancelled out. I am directly writing it's 3. Okay, this 3 and minus half, when multiplied they will become 3 raised to the power minus 3 by 2, and in the denominator it's 3 raised to the power 1 by 6 times 3 raised to the power minus 2 by 3. See, in the denominator you can check both of these have the same base 3. So in multiplication in the denominator, the exponents can be added by the first law. Okay, by the first law of exponent, I know the exponents can be added. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 3 raised to the power 1 by 6, and see, I am adding, see, let me write it. I am adding minus 2 by 3 to the 1 by 6. Okay, in the whole exponent, what I am doing? I am adding these two powers, 1 upon 6 and minus 2 upon 3. Okay, though plus minus will become again minus, but I just write to understand that I am adding this 1 upon 6 and minus 2 by 3 in the exponent. Okay, see, as you can observe, in the numerator part it's power 1 and minus 3 by 2. When these two powers gets added, it will be actually 1 plus minus 3 by 2 in the power. Okay, and in the denominator, suppose I am solving this, see, plus minus will become minus. Okay, if I take LCM, your LCM is going to be what? 6 is going to be LCM, and it's going to be 1. See, plus minus is minus only. Okay, and it's minus 4. Okay, 2 to the 4. Now in the next step, you can check in the numerator, it's 1 minus 3 by 2. It's 1 minus 3 by 2. If I will be solving this, I will be getting 2 as an LCM. Okay, so it's going to be what? It's going to be 2 minus 3. Plus minus is here also minus, and in the denominator it's going to be what? 1 minus 4, that is minus 3. So minus 3 by 6. minus 3 by 6, or I can write it minus 1 by 2. Okay, see, in the numerator it's 3 to the power minus 1 by 2, 3 raised to the power minus 1 by 2, and in the denominator also it's 3 raised to the power minus 1 by 2. You can check, see, in the numerator what it gets simplified. After simplifying it will become 3 to the power minus 1 by 2, and if you check in the denominator also minus 3 by 6 will simplify as 3 raised to the power minus 1 by 2. Now students, when this minus 1 by 2 power of 3 comes in the numerator, it will be added. Okay, so half minus half, it will become 3 raised to the power 0, and your answer is going to be plus 1 only. Okay, so see, this kind of questions can be solved in this way. Okay, now we will have more questions on this concept. Okay, see the next question. We will be taking the third question of the simplification. Okay, see, in this question we have to simplify. See, we are taking the same questions. Okay, the same question based on the laws of exponent, but more complex type calculations you can observe. See, suppose you have to simplify 3 times 27 raised to the power n plus 1. Okay, plus 9 times it's 3 raised to the power 3n, 3 raised to the power 3n minus 1. Okay, so it is 3 raised to the power 3n minus 1. Okay, and in the denominator it's 8 into 3 raised to the power 3n and minus 5 into 27 raised to the power n, and we have to simplify this expression. Now students, don't get confused with this n. Okay, we have to just simplify. Okay, देखते हैं ये कहाँ तक सिंप्लीफाई हो सकता है. ठीक है, चलिए. ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर देखो आप, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस के अंदर देखो आप स्टूडेंट्स, जो न्यूमरेटर है, न्यूमरेटर में 2 टर्म्स के बीच में प्लस है. ओके, तो यहाँ पर हम पहले कोशिश करेंगे न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में से कॉमन लेने की. ठीक है, ताकि वो चीजें कट सके. सिंप्लीफिकेशन का मतलब है अपने को इसको शॉर्ट करना है. ठीक है, अच्छा, सबसे पहला स्टेप तो वही रहने वाला है कि हम सेम बेस में बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे. और यहाँ पे आप ऑब्जर्व करो तो सेम बेस बड़ी आसानी से बनाया जा सकता है अगर हम लॉज ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट को इसमें यूज करें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्टार्ट करते हैं इस क्वेश्चन को. सी, दिस इज 3, दिस 27 इज एक्चुअली 3 क्यूब. You know 3 cube is 27. See, this is 3 cube and this 3 is gonna multiply with whole raised to the power n plus 1. So I am writing directly here 3 into n plus 1. See, you know now that a raised to the power m and whole raised to the power n is always a raised to the power mn. Okay, we are using the same law here. Okay, see, 27 I wrote 3 cube. Okay, and the 3 that was in the exponent is multiplying with n plus 1 by this law of exponent. Okay, I guess no problem here. See, this 9 can be written as 3 to the power 2, 3 square, and this is going to be same 3 raised to the power 3n minus 1. Okay, in the denominator if I check, this 8 can be written as 2 cube. Okay, see, we will be writing it if needed. Okay, for this moment I'll be letting it 8 only. Okay, see, it's minus 5 into, see, 27 is again 3 cube and this 3 is when multiplying with n, so it will be 3n with the same concept. Okay, I hope no confusion. Now see students, in the numerator if I see 3 into 3, their base are same, so these powers can be added. Okay, so let me add these 2 powers. See, 3 to the power 1 when added to this 3 to the power 3 and in the bracket it is n plus 1. See, 3 raised to the power 1 plus, if this 3 gets multiplied in the bracket, it will be 3n plus 3, 3n plus 3. Okay, similarly here it's going to be 3 to the power 2 plus 3n minus 1. What I am using? I am using this law. Okay, don't get confused. A raised to the power m, a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n, because their base are same, powers are getting added. Clear? Okay, in the denominator See, in the denominator, if you observe, see, 3 raised to the power 3n is there and also 3 raised to the power 3n is there. This thing is common ना, so I'll be taking the common 3 raised to the power 3n. मैं इसको 3 raised to the power 3n को कॉमन ले लेता हूँ, तो यहाँ तो बचेगा 8 और वहां बचेगा माइनस का 5. ठीक है, चलिए न्यूमरेटर पे आते हैं वापस. इन द न्यूमरेटर इट इज 3 raised to the power 3n plus 1 plus 3, so it is 3 raised to the power 3n plus 4. Okay, and see, it's 3 raised to the power 3n. 2 minus 1 is plus 1. Okay, and in the denominator, if you observe, it's 3 raised to the power 3n into 3. Okay, now students, what we do next? Wait a minute. Yes, what we do next here? Actually, see, if you observe here, in the numerator 3 raised to the power 3n plus 4 plus 3 raised to the power 3n plus 1 is there. So what is the smallest? 3 raised to the power 3n plus 4. What is the smaller between these two? देखो, हम कॉमन जो है वो छोटी ही चीज ले सकते हैं, ठीक है ना. यहाँ पर 1 टर्म में तो 3 की पावर है 3n प्लस 4 और दूसरी टर्म में 3 की पावर है 3n प्लस 1. तो इनमें से छोटा क्या है? ऑब्वियसली बात है 3n प्लस 1 छोटा है, ठीक है ना. चलो मैं इसको ऐसे भी समझाता हूँ, देखना नेक्स्ट स्टेप के अंदर. सी, जैसे 3 की पावर 3n प्लस 4 है तो हम इसको कैसे सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे? 3 की पावर 3n प्लस 4 को क्या मैं ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ? 3 की पावर 3n प्लस 1 प्लस 3, जैसा कि ऊपर लिखा हुआ था 3n प्लस 1 प्लस 3. अच्छा, मैं ऐसा क्यों लिख रहा हूँ वो भी आपको समझ में आएगा. 3n प्लस 1 प्लस 3. नाउ अब ये जो प्लस 3 है, अगर मैं उसको ऐसे 3 की पावर 3 मल्टीप्लाई में लिखूं तो इट इज द सेम एक्सप्रेशन. आप चेक कर सकते हैं, जब ये पावर दोनों ऐड होंगी 3n प्लस 1 प्लस 3 तो मुझे न्यूमरेटर मिल जाएगा 3 की पावर 3n प्लस 4. अच्छा, ऐसा ही क्यों करा? आप देखें नेक्स्ट टर्म के अंदर भी 3 की पावर 3n प्लस 1 ही है, तो अब मैं क्या कॉमन ले पाऊंगा? तो जो स्मॉलर पावर होती है वो कॉमन आ जाती है. अच्छा, डिनोमिनेटर को अगर चेक करें तो डिनोमिनेटर में क्या है? डिनोमिनेटर में है 3 की पावर 3n इंटू 3 की पावर 1. तो अगर यहाँ भी सेम बेस है, पावर एड्स होंगी अगेन बाय दिस लॉ. Okay, again by this law, the powers are added, so it will be what? It will be 3 to the power 3n plus 1 only. Okay, now students, just observe, in the numerator, when I take 3 raised to the power 3n plus 1 common, what is the inside bracket? What thing is remain inside the bracket? It's a 3 to the power 3 plus 1. Okay, and in the denominator, if you observe, this is the same 3n plus 1. Now student, see, if this power 3 raised to the power 3n plus 1, okay, comes in the numerator, it will be of negative sign. Okay, because they are the same power. See, it will become negative, so it's going to be minus 3n minus 1. Okay, and 3 to the power 3 is 27 and 27 plus 1, it's going to be what? It's going to be 28. Now you can observe 3n cancel, 1 minus 1 cancel, it's going to be 3 to the power 0 into 28, so it's going to be 1 into 28, 1 into 28, so your answer is going to be 28. So answer of this question is actually going to be 28. I hope clear this question to all. Okay, this process. See, now see the next type of questions. Okay, now in the next type of questions, see how do we solve. Let me take the new slide. Okay, let me clear it out. See, in the next kind of questions we will use see, if you remember, when I was writing the laws of exponent, in the last two I have written the two results. Okay, I have written the two results that if two things are equal and if their base are equal, their exponents must be equal. Okay, so let me take the question based on that. Okay, I told there that I'll be taking questions based on this also. So let's take see, suppose question is of this type. ओके, सी सिंप्लीफिकेशन पे अपन ने क्वेश्चन कर लिए, तो आज की क्लास का क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 हुआ. वो पहले तो क्वेश्चन सिंप्लीफाई के थे, अभी देखना ये क्वेश्चन किस तरीके का बनता है. सी, इफ 2 raised to the power x plus 4 minus 2 raised to the power x plus 2. If this whole thing is equal to 3, that means we are given an equation. Then find the value of x. Then find the value of x. आपको x की वैल्यू इसके अंदर बतानी है, ठीक है. Now see how do we solve this kind of question. See students, first of all what we do, we want to make the equation like in the right hand side and left hand side there should be the same base. Okay, there should be the same base. Now how we can do that? See how. Here in the first term it's 2 raised to the power x plus 4, and in the second term it's 2 raised to the power x plus 2. Now which one is smaller, x plus 4 or x plus 2? X plus 2. Okay, so I'll be taking, first of all I'll be breaking this x plus 4 in this form, x plus 2 into 2 square. See, if you multiply this, you will get the same result. That means 2 raised to the power x plus 4. Okay, what I am using? I am using this result. A raised to the power m plus n is equal to a raised to the power m times a raised to the power n. See, in the next term it is same. Okay, now see, this 2 raised to the power x plus 2 can be taken common. Now in the bracket it will be 2 square minus 1, and in the right hand side it's 3. Okay, now students, it's 2 raised to the power x plus 2, 2 square minus 1, it's 3. Okay, is equal to what? 3. Now student, this 3 when goes in the denominator it will be cancel out. So it's 3 upon 3, or let me write it 1. So what I got? I got 2 raised to the power x plus 2 is equal to 1. What we wanted? I wanted this form, a to the power x is equal to a to the power y, so that I can write x is equal to y. But what we got here? I got in the right hand side 1. Instead of getting the power of 2, I got 1. So students, you can use your mind here. 1 can be written as 2 raised to the power 0. Because I have seen there that something raised to the power 0 is always 1. So yes, I can take this one as an exponent of 2 raised to the power 0. See, 2 raised to the power 0 is going to be 1 only. So if you compare by this concept, what you will get? You will get x plus 2 is equals to 0 or x is equals to minus 2. So in this way, this kind of question can be solved. I guess clear? Okay, what you have to do, you have to just make the two sides in the same base, two sides with the same base, so that you can compare their exponents. Okay students, so in this way this question is solved. Now let me take another kind of questions. See, now another kind of questions can be of this form. For example, let me take a question based on simplification. Okay, we will be just using the laws of exponent, but how we will be using? We will be using them into the variables to prove some particular result. Okay, which we have to prove. For example, see this question. In this question, you are given that if x, y, z are positive real numbers, okay, if x, y, z are positive real numbers, okay, prove that. We have to prove a result. Let's see what we have to prove. See, we have to prove under the root of its x, y inverse times under the root of its y, z inverse. Okay, see students, these questions are very simple. Once you know the laws of exponent and the use of that, these questions are actually very simple. See, and these questions do come in examination. Now students, see it's y inverse na, and I know a raised to the power minus 1, that means a inverse is always 1 upon a. Laws of exponent, we have seen that. And see, can I write in this way? X upon y, because y inverse, if I take in the denominator, it will be 1 upon y and 1 upon y and square root of x upon y. Okay, because x, y inverse whole comes in the square root now, so square root will be as usual. Okay, similarly it can be written as y upon z, and it can be written z upon x. Now I have to just simplify this. See students, now the simplification is very simple. Either you can use the power half. Okay, sorry, we have to take the power half, because I have already told you that this gives the same meaning. See, in color change हो गया है, कोई बात नहीं. ये क्वेश्चन देखें आप. x upon y raised to the power 1/2, y upon z raised to the power 1/2, and z upon x whole raised to the power what? 1/2. Now see, when I separated these powers, or see these you know this concept, this law, a to the power m into b to the power m. Okay, here there are 3, so let me take one more. Can it be written as a b c whole raised to the power m? पढ़ा है हमने लॉस ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट के अंदर, सबके अंदर एक्सपोनेंट सेम है. तो हम एक काम करते हैं ना, इनको मल्टीप्लाई ले लेते हैं, इनके प्रोडक्ट ले लेते हैं, और पूरे के ऊपर पावर क्या लगा देते हैं? हाफ लगा देते हैं. ऐसा कर भी सकते हैं अपन. वहां 2 के लिए अपन ने पढ़ा था, इसको मैंने 3 के लिए जनरलाइज कर दिया. ओके, सी ये पावर हो गई 1/2. अब आप ही देख सकते हैं, तुमसे हम और हमसे तुम कैंसिल. ठीक है ना. हालांकि यहाँ x की पावर 1 - 1 होकर 0 बन रहा है, तो ठीक है, हम डायरेक्टली भी ऐसे कैंसिल कर सकते हैं. तो बचा क्या? एक्चुअली ये सब सिंपलीफाई हो गया, मेरे पास 1 ही तो बचा. तो 1 की पावर हाफ बचा, और 1 की पावर हाफ कितना होता है? आप ही बताएं, 1 की पावर हाफ कितना होता है? स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1 इज ओनली 1. सो आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी 1 ओनली. ठीक है ना. 1 टू द पावर हाफ और स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1 is going to be 1 only. Clear? So I guess this kind of question can also come. Okay, and see, let me take one more on this concept only. Okay, then we will see next type of questions. For example, we have to prove the result. I am taking the same kind of question. Prove that. See, it's x raised to the power a upon x raised to the power b. Okay, and in the whole of this bracket, the power is a plus b. Okay, similarly here x to the power b upon x to the power c, and in the whole the power is b plus c. Okay, and c in the product, it's x to the power c upon x to the power a, and in the whole the power is c plus a. Now students, see, very simple one. Just apply the law of exponent. We know a to the power m upon a to the power n, it's what? A to the power m minus n. Any problem? No. So yes, it can be written as x to the power a minus b. Okay, if I apply this in the bracket, so I'll be getting x raised to the power a minus b, and in the whole the power is a plus b. Okay, so similarly here it will be x to the power minus b minus c, and in the whole the power is b plus c. Okay, and here it's x to the power c minus a, and in the whole bracket the power is going to be what? C plus a. Now students, with this law of exponent, a to the power m whole raised to the power n, these power are actually getting multiplied. So when I multiply this a minus b and a plus b, what I will be getting? I will be getting a minus b into a plus b. Okay, similarly here it's going to be what? B minus c, b plus c, and in the product it is going to be c minus a times c plus a. No problem. Okay, now students, see, when a minus b is multiplied with a plus b, you know the identity. Remember the identity, 8th class में भी पढ़ी थी, a square minus b square. Okay, here also it's going to be b square minus c square, and here also it's going to be what? C square minus a square. Now students, see, they all are in product. Okay, so I can add the exponents by first law of exponent. So it will be a square minus b square plus b square minus c square plus c square and minus a square. Now just check it out. A square cancel. Okay, plus minus cancel. C square minus c square cancel. B square minus b square cancel. So what is the remaining? The remaining one is x to the power 0, and I know x to the power 0 is going to be what? 1. So hence the result is प्रूव दैट, सी मैंने क्वेश्चन को कंप्लीट तो लिखा ही नहीं था, यू हैव टू प्रूव दिस रिजल्ट वाज इक्वल टू 1. सो यस, वी हैव प्रूव्ड दिस रिजल्ट वाज इक्वल टू 1 ओनली. आई गेस क्लियर? ओके, सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था, बस इसके अंदर लॉज ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट को हमने इस तरीके से यूज करा है. आई होप यहाँ तक आपको सब कुछ क्लियर है. ठीक है, सारी चीजें समझ में आ रही है. नाउ we'll be taking more questions based on this. Okay, let's take another question. See this one, the next one. Suppose we have to prove this. Okay, we have to prove this result. Prove that. See, this question is again based on the this laws of exponent. See, it's a inverse over a inverse plus b inverse. A inverse plus b inverse. Okay, and in the next step it is a inverse upon a inverse minus b inverse, and it's equal to twice of ab upon a square minus b square. See, we have to prove this result. Okay, now let me take the left hand side. Okay, left hand side. In the left hand side, first of all I am writing C. I just write the left hand side. Now students, we know this result, A inverse is always equal to 1 upon A, no problem. Laws of exponents, we have discussed this. Now see, A inverse is going to be what? A inverse is going to be 1 upon A, and in the denominator it's going to be 1 upon A plus 1 upon B. Okay, no problem. See, with this law of exponent, if I solve this term, it's going to be 1 upon A, and in the denominator it's going to be 1 upon A minus 1 upon B. Clear? Now students, as you can see here, it's 1 upon A. Now see, this complete fraction is in the denominator. Okay, can be simplified with I can add these two fractions. Okay, so let us first add this in the denominator only. Okay, so how this will be solved? A and B, if I take LCM, LCM will be AB, and it's going to be what? B plus A or A plus B. Okay, let me write it B plus A. Okay, see, it's 1 upon A, and in the denominator, let me use the bracket so that no calculation mistake is there. See, it's AB and it's B minus A. I just solved the two fractions. I guess no problem in solving the two fractions. I just added the two fractions. Okay, and in the next time I just subtracted the two fractions. Now see, now students, you remember this form. Whenever whenever this A upon B upon C upon 2 is there, how do we simplify this kind of? See, this A upon B is actually divided by this C by D now. So how we write this? We write this A upon B is multiplied with the reciprocal of C by D, that means D by C. So using this, can I write this one? Okay, see how I'll be writing this one. See, yes, it's 1 upon A, and it is gonna multiply with AB over B plus A. B plus A, yes, B plus A. Similarly, here it's 1 upon A, and it is going to be multiplied with AB over B minus A. Okay. Now students, you can observe this 1 upon A. See, this A and A gets cancelled out. This A and A gets cancelled out. So it's B upon B plus A minus B upon B minus A. Okay. Now see, this B plus A, B minus A is going to be what? B square minus A square while taking LCM. Let me write it first in the factorized form only. Okay, see, for solving these two, I just take LCM as B plus A, B minus A. Okay, this B is going to be multiplied with what? B minus A. Okay, and this B is going to be multiplied with B plus A. Now this B, when multiplied inside the bracket, it will become B square minus AB minus B square and minus AB. Okay, and in the denominator it's B plus A, B minus A. The identity you remember, B square minus A square. We remember A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So B plus A into B minus A is B square minus A square. Okay, C plus B square minus B square gets cancelled out. So my result becomes what? My result becomes minus 2ab upon b square minus a square. Now just uh, have a look of right hand side. एक बार अपन right hand side को देखें. It's 2ab upon a square minus b square. Just shift this negative sign in the denominator. Okay, see this way. This minus ab can I shift in the denominator? See, when I shift this denominator, this minus in the denominator, it will be 2ab upon, see this minus when multiplied inside the bracket, it will make it plus a square minus b square, and so is my right hand side. Okay, so my result is proved. So students, in this way we can solve this kind of question. I hope समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोगों को. ठीक है. Now this was the last question of this particular lecture. Now in the next lecture we will finish the topic number system. Actually it is finished now. I will be taking the miscellaneous questions. Okay, miscellaneous questions, and that will be important for your Olympiad preparation. Okay, so in the next lecture we will be considering that questions, and with the next lecture your first chapter is going to be completed. Now let me give you 2 questions for homework, then we will finish this class off. Okay, but then we will end the class. See, homework. Let me give you homework. See, in the homework part, suppose see, you have to simplify this. 5 raised to the power 10 into 25 raised to the power 3n minus 4. See, it's 5 raised to the power 10. Okay, 5 raised to the power 10 plus n into 25 raised to the power 3n minus 4, and in the denominator it is 5 raised to the power 7n. Okay, we have solved this kind of question, so it's your time to solve this. Okay, what you will do, you will just solve the numerator first and then the denominator. Okay, so this is going to be your homework question. See, it's 5 raised to the power 7n. Now second one, let me give you one more question. See, the next question is, एक बड़ा सा क्वेश्चन दे रहे हैं आपको. ठीक है, ट्राई करना है इसको सॉल्व करने का. 2 raised to the power 1/2, that means square root of 2. It's 3 raised to the power minus 1/3. Okay, into 4 raised to the power 1 upon 5. Okay, here in the denominator it's 5 raised to the power 2/5, 5 raised to the power 2/5, and into 10 raised to the power minus 3/5, and see, you have to simplify this whole, and this whole expression after simplifying you have to divide by this 2 raised to the power, it's minus 2/4, or let me write it's minus 1/2 only. Okay, 5 raised to the power 6/5, 5 raised to the power 6/5. In the denominator it's 3 raised to the power minus 2/3, 3 raised to the power minus 2/3 into 3 into 3 to the power 1 means 3. See, you have to simplify this also. Okay, just solve first bracket, then next bracket, and you need to divide these two. There is a sign of division here. Okay, so this is a good question for practicing the laws of exponent. So let us end this class. Okay, see you in the next lecture with the more questions on the miscellaneous complete number system. Okay, we will be solving the questions that will involve all topics which we have studied in this chapter. Okay, with the very basic, we have started from the decimal form of rational numbers. Okay, I'll be taking questions from that there also. Okay, and also I'll be taking the good questions. Okay, now see you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.